Hey, my name is Mark, and I want to show you how to put in a Lifeproof floor. As you can see, I've got several cases. I've already got a lot down. I did the kitchen last year, and right now everything's in a disarray because I had to move all the furniture over here. But first I had to move it all over here, and now that we got that part done, then I moved it all the way back. So we've done that about 2-3 times. And I even have some plywood back there in the corner I'm going to have to eventually move out of the room altogether. Anyway, enough of that. I want to show you real quick. It's very simple on how to do this. I think when you read the directions, it's not that the directions aren't accurate, but seeing how to do it is a lot different than reading the directions and trying to mimic what they're actually saying. So let me show you here. It's going to be a little tricky to show you without somebody else holding it, but I think I can do it. So first of all, you got this leading edge, and you're always supposed to put the leading edge against the wall over there to start with and move your way backwards this way. Now when you first start off, you should chalk yourself a line so that way you're staying as straight as possible. They actually have a kit, an installation kit that you can purchase. Let me show you that. Whoop, I stepped on it, crushed it. But this is an installation kit that you can buy, and you'll notice they have these little things here inside, and these are 1/2 inch or 1/4 inch spacers depending on which way you turn them. You also have this thing here in the middle, and that is to help you when you're right up against the wall to, pull that last piece in and get it snug and snapped in like it's supposed to be. You have your tapping block, that's really important, and you have this nice little nifty hammer. It's not as big as a lot of hammers when you're installing like hardwood floor. You'll get a pretty big hammer, and like the big hammers you do when you're installing hardwood floor, you have one side is hard and the other side is a bit softer. So no matter what you do not hit the Lifeproof with the bare hammer. That's what the block, the tapping block, is for. So make sure you're always using the hammer. Now when I use the hammer to hit the block, I always use the harder side. It gives a much more solid tap. So when you're taking the piece and putting it in, always make sure you put this leading edge here right into that corner and push it right in. Then you want to make sure, keep it up, tilted up like this, and get that edge in. If you have it like this, you can always use the tapping block to get it tapped in, but you really should get this seam right here tapped all the way down first. So in order to do that, you got to make sure that seam is in all the way as much as possible. And then when you're sure that you've got it in all the way, then you can I take the hammer and I literally get that so that I don't feel any ridges here. Now you notice there is a slight gap here, and that's what the block is for. And so you bring the block up and you just give it a tap. Now I would be holding it, but you'll notice here, see how that closed that gap? There we go. And you do that, you move the block down, and you do that up here. There's a tiny gap right here. You can barely see it, but you don't want anything. There you go, and it closed it. And you do that maybe one more time at the end of the strip. And there we go, so no more gaps. And that's how you install it, piece by piece, obviously. And yeah, good luck with your project. I hope it works.